much to my dismay, Patrick Waugh will not be the next head coach of the Ottawa Senators. Waugh was one of 18 candidates Sens GM Pierre Dorion considered, or like 7, to replace Guy Boucher. Ultimately, they chose former Leafs assistant, he's now former, DJ Smith got the job. 42-year-old has been part of 3 Memorial Cup wins with Windsor and Oshawa and has a reputation for developing young players.
So for me, this was one of the jobs that I looked at and I said, this is perfect situation for me. I love to develop players. I love to make players better. I love to be around these guys every day, and I feel I'm going to get the job done. This is going to be a fun atmosphere for these players. You know, I don't ever speak on what's happened in the past or what's happened in the past for me either. But I know that when I come to the arena, I'm going to have a smile. I'm going to be the most positive person in that room, and they're going to join me. We're going to have some fun.
It wasn't an easy decision. There were 7 great candidates. There are 7 guys that could have had this job. But at the end of the day, we went with what we felt was the best decision, and I went with my gut, and DJ Smith was our choice.
All right, so what are the Ottawa Senators, Tim, getting in this man, DJ Smith?
Well, as you've already said, he won Memorial Cups in junior,
yes.
and he develops players.
Yes.
That's basically why this guy is there. And I understand that there are some in Toronto that are pointing to the PK in Toronto and saying, well, this was the guy who took care of the PK in Toronto, so how can he be good? Like, if you think it's just on this guy or that he didn't do a good job with the Leafs defense this year, given what he was given, I think you kind of lost the plot here.
Are you suggesting Mike Babcock wouldn't leave alone the PK completely? How dare you, McAuliffe? How dare you?
They said the same thing in Edmonton. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Like Todd McClellan's not in there working on the PK.
For the historically bad PK they had last
it's
season?
historically bad.
Right.
Yet it's the assistant coach's fault. Like the head coach is just going, well, that's his job. I got nothing to do with the PK. Give me a break. What you're going to get is a hardworking guy who is well respected within the game among the players. In fact, you and I were both talking about the fact that a year ago in the NHL PA poll, they were asked which assistant coach will be the next head coach in the National Hockey League. And the players voted this guy as being the person that they could see being a head coach in this league. The number wasn't huge, the number wasn't high, and you see Todd Reardon there too. So, I mean, the players like him. This is, I don't know if you've heard this before, but this is a rebuild in Ottawa.
I've seen the roster.
And you are attempting to develop players. So you go out and get a player development guy, and I think DJ fits the bill. And kind of like Charlie Montoyo in Toronto, do it with a smile on the face. Make sure the kids aren't getting pissed off by all the losing. You try and keep the culture in the room right.
And there's a lot more kids coming through. What do they have, 17 picks in the first 3 rounds of the next 3 drafts? It's an insane amount of picks they have. Tim, he's earned the chance, first and foremost. I think most people would agree on that. Listen, he's won Mem Cups as assistant, as a coach. He's been right next to Babcock for a long time. The Sens organization, this is not the first time they have dipped into the Mike Babcock coaching pool. Paul McLean was a guy that they hired from Detroit. He won a Coach of the Year there, and things worked out in Ottawa. Also, we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't also say he probably wasn't the most expensive guy out there for Eugene Melnyk to hire.
Right.
I don't want to disrespect DJ too much, but let's be honest. I think Patrick Waugh's ticket might have been a little different. Some other guys' tickets were a little different. So I think overall, I have no problem with the move. I think there are some mitigating circumstances that have given DJ a shot here. And I wish him nothing but the best. He has some good young players he can work with. A lot of coaches would like a Thomas Chabot to mold over the next few years. So I wish him nothing but the best. It's a tough environment, but he's earned it.